Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Aladoi and I'm filming from Kwara State, Nigeria. I film about faith, lifestyle, and a host of other things you will find out if you watch my welcome video. So this is my second video actually, and it feels so good to be here. Thank you, a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. So, to the main business of today. So today's topic, if you already see the title, I believe you should already know that it's about to get very juicy. And I share my personal experience with you guys. It's kind of like a confession, like as the topic reads, it's a confession. But I hope that at least you learn one or two things, one or two things from it. So let's get started. Make sure that you're with your popcorn, juice, Pepsi, whatever. Just relax. Because you're about to get like one of my very emotional confession. So guys, let's get started. A backstory here. So growing up, I was this very extroverted lady, growing up now, like extroverted child. I wasn't a lady yet, obviously. I was still a child, and I was very open about my feelings, my emotions. When I'm not cool with something, I'm not cool with it. I let you know, like I give it to people back to back growing up. And you will ask me, how did I know? Well, I have a very good memory. And even apart from that, I was told that the reason why I started like primary school early or nursery school early was because of my sharpness. I would not say rudeness. Of course, my siblings might call it rudeness, but I say that it's sharpness. So the reason why I started was because I was very sharp. Like I was open about my emotion, although they said it was in a rude way to an elderly man. So here's the gist, guys. So I was at my nan's, right? And a man was passing by and he was carrying an umbrella. Then I said it in my language. I'm not going to say it in my language here because of people that do not understand. I'm going to translate it to English. But I said it in my language that see this man that is carrying an umbrella. It's at night that you will know that he's carrying a very heavy load. And the man heard it. The man was, I think they said he was in his 70s. Yeah, 70s, 80s. And he heard and he was like, oh my child, what did I do to you? And the next thing I replied was, I'm not your child. I know my father. And my father knows me. So it's really funny now actually. If you understand Yoruba, you will know how I will have put it in Yoruba and you will get the gist better. So when my mom came back from work, my nanny told her that, this is what your daughter did today. I was like, okay, she could actually insult like this. Then she's ready to go to school. That was how I started school. So that's just like an example of how open I was about my emotions, even with my siblings. Like I don't put words under my tongue. I say it exactly the way it is, exactly the way I feel, and life goes on. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm entirely proud of that moment of my life, but at the same time, I feel like it is really a good thing that I stopped doing. I also mentioned in the welcome video that I used to like talking, and I don't know why I transitioned into an introverted person. Well, actually, guys, I lied. I think I do know. Or was it like I lied? No, it wasn't like I lied. But then I was still very oblivious of why I actually transitioned into an introverted human being. But I think I know, but I'm not going to share it with you guys in this video. If you want to know, then drop it down in the comment section. Then I might just shoot a video about it. So back to the point of today. Some things actually happened and I became so introverted and I wouldn't talk. Like if you hurt me, if you do anything, I will not talk. I will just keep quiet, suck it all in, and continue my normal life. Of course, it hurts me like a whole lot, but that's not the part that hurt me the most. The part that hurts me the most is the fact that a lot of opportunities were crawling before me, but because of this silence of a thing, I've missed a whole lot of great opportunities. Like, I can't even start recording them. Like, when I was preparing for this video, I was like thinking about it, and I'm not entirely proud of it, and that's why I'm doing this video. Like, I became this drawn to myself. I don't talk. I became this gentle person. And it's not like I'm gentle. Like, it's not like I'm entirely all over the place, like it's outgoing. But at least I was open. Like, back then, I was very open about my feelings. I was open about my emotions. I was open about life entirely. But right now, I just discovered that I've actually become this very secluded person. Even though I'm always, most times, in the open, in the crowd, I still like take things in a whole lot. Things I should talk about, I don't talk about it because of fear and whatnot. Things I should do, I don't do it because of this silence. Things I should have taken, like opportunities I should have grabbed, like I don't take it because of this terrible silence of a thing. So let me share the latest one that pained me the most. So I was working somewhere here, and there was this stuff that should be done there. And before I was told about this particular program that the organization I'm working with will organize. Oh, that sounds like it, right? But yeah, before I was told by my boss about this particular program, a friend already hinted me, and she was like, oh, I know you can do this. So when it just tells you about it, just tell me like, oh, I can do this and it will be fine. But guys, you know what? So when my boss hinted me about it, told me about it, and he didn't ask me that, can you do it? He only said, oh, please help me look for somebody that can actually do this thing. And I can do it. Like, I know that I can actually do it. But because of this silence, I was so helpless. Like, I couldn't talk. That, no, I can do this thing. You don't need to go and look. Guess what? Eventually, he got someone that could do it, and he paid the person. He paid the person, and it was really awful. Like, if I could just say that, oh, I can do this, he would have been very happy. I mean, he wouldn't have to go through the stress of looking for someone else that can do it. And of course, I would have gotten the payments. But even the money issue aside, it would have been like an added experience to me. Yeah, and in this kind of country that we live in, where your years of experience matters and things you have done matters than things you say you can do, like, it would have been a very good offer for me. But because of this uncalled for silence, I missed the opportunity. That's just to mention a few of the host of other opportunities that I have missed. And you know what? I started consoling myself. I was like, if you cannot see the good in me, then that is lost. My dear, that is just a bad way to think. A friend legit corrected me, and he was like, oh no, Doyin, you should have just said that you could do it now. I know you can do this thing. I was like, no, if you cannot see the good in me, then it is lost. My dear, eventually, it is not his loss, it is mine. So guys, what am I driving at this whenever you are going to be watching? So what I'm driving at, in essence, is that actually most of the things we do to ourselves, we have ourselves to blame for it. Like, we suffer the consequences more than the people that we think were doing it to. Take for instance now what I just shared. Like, it wasn't my boss's loss, it was mine. Because till now, he didn't even know that I can still do this thing. So if another opportunity comes, he will still go outside. So let's not because of things. Of course, I know the things that happen that make me transition into an introverted person, into a silent person. But looking back in retrospect, I feel like it doesn't want it. Like, unnecessary, you get? Like, really necessary. I should have just still keep up with being myself. So this video is already getting longer than I want it to be. But yeah, what I just want to drive at in essence is that it is not anybody's loss. So see, if you know anybody that you just notice that the transition from being open to being very, is it close? From being very open about their emotions to being very silent about it. Most times, a lot of things might have happened and might be the reason for it. And please share my video with such persons, because I cannot really say that I'm really out of it, but I can say that to some extent I have outgrown it. If I have not, I wouldn't be on YouTube. So to some extent I have outgrown it. And what really helped me now is the fact that I realized that I'm killing myself. Like I'm killing myself, not any other person is suffering the consequences the way that it is affecting me, or the way that has affected me. I said something, I was like, oh, if you cannot see the good in me, it's his loss. No, it is mine. It was my loss, not his. You get me? Like it was my loss. So if you know you can do something, don't expect everybody to know. Like, I feel like it's a very wrong thing to expect everybody to feel like, oh, she can do this thing, or people should just assume that you can do it. If you can do it, if they can't see it, you tell them. And I'm going to link up like a quote that I wrote sometimes back. Don't be silent. Like, don't even be silent. If they cannot see that you can do it, if peradventure they are judging your book by your cover, my dear, open the pages for them. Let them see that, oh, you can do this thing. Instead of just keeping quiet and keeping silent about things that you really can do, it's not worth it. And if you're like me and you discover that over the years you have transited, I'm not saying you should be all over the place, that when you get somewhere, everybody will know that you have entered, because you will scatter the whole place with talk. I'm not saying that. I'm not a fan of loud people. But I'm just saying that when you are somewhere, let people know that this and this and this I can do it. This and this and this I cannot do it. Be open about your emotions. I have a whole lot of relationships that I have lost on the verge of, oh, they hurt me. Of course they are wrong. But because I didn't see anything, I just put it all inside. And then when they finally do something and I explode, and they be like, oh, why have you been hiding this thing? Then I will now be at fault at the end of the day, because when I was supposed to be open about my emotions, that, oh, you have done something wrong to me and I cannot take this, I didn't see anything. Which is not a normal way of life, actually. It's not a normal way of life. So if they hurt you, if people hurt you, if they cannot see that they hurt you, or if they are so proud to accept or acknowledge that they hurt you, let them know. Like, be giving it to people. I'm not saying you should be fighting, no, and I'm not saying you should be rude. I'm just saying that you should be open about your emotions, be open about your feelings. Like, God has given us mouth for us to do what? To talk. Yoruba people will say that the summary of it, is that it is your mouth that you will use to tell people that this is what I can eat and this is what I cannot eat. Let's be open about what you feel you can do, what you feel you cannot do. Talk. The summary of everything is talk. Don't keep quiet when you're supposed to be talking. My father will always say that a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So if you cannot open your mouth to talk when you're supposed to talk, I'm not, like, let me just say it again, no. I'm not saying that you should be overly active, hyper, like everywhere you get to, is everywhere you go, people will know that one day they have come. The talker of the talk is, sorry, cut that. That they will know that you have come. But I'm just saying it that don't, because of what has happened to you, whatever situation has happened to you, just begin to wallow, and then you now become so drawn back. You become so drawn, like you become this very close person that you don't talk about. You don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. Sorry. Like, don't because of whatever happens to you, don't be silent. The fact that you're still alive is a sign that, if you're looking for a sign that you should keep talking, is the fact that you're still alive. you're still alive. You always have people that want to take advantage of you. But when you don't talk, of course they will. So be open, be open about your feelings. I feel like I'm repeating. But I just want to emphasize the emphasis that you should be open. Talk when you need to talk. Talk when they present opportunities before you and they are not even bringing it directly that, oh, Joey, come and do this for us. Tell them that, oh, you want me to suggest somebody, but I can actually do this? And you do it. What's the worst that can happen? They will say no. And even if they don't bring opportunities to your table, if you can just walk into anywhere and tell them, I legit have a friend that got a job because she walked into the company and she just told them, oh, I can do this, I can do that. And they gave her a chance. I'm not saying it can be all rosy for somebody. Some people, they can send you out too. I'm sorry if they do. I don't know about it. If they send you out, just accept it and move on. At least you tried. So try. Always open this your mouth to talk. Use this your mouth to introduce yourself. Use this your mouth to market yourself. And when, in case it's a case of maybe hurt or whatever, when they hurt you, talk about it. Tell them. Sorry. Whether or not they bring the opportunities to you, when you see it or you sense it, market yourself, introduce yourself. In this very competitive world, you cannot even afford to be quiet. You cannot afford it. She will see the good in me. If you are waiting for people to see the good in you, you will stay long. I'm not underestimating the place of probably you were recommended. That is a very good thing. But it's not everybody that will be recommended. So people will recommend yourself. What's the worst that can happen? Rejection. They will say no, you cannot do it. And it doesn't measure your worth. It doesn't really dictate your worth if you're rejected. At least you know that you tried. So my dears, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm going to have to wrap it up here. So if you want to know the reason why I stopped talking, drop it down in the comment section and I might just show a video on it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below, share, and all the good stuff. And if you're watching this video and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, you're wrong. You are absolutely very wrong. So please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that when I post, you'll get notified. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again next time. Bye.